Okay, in order to make your Piet Mondrian picture, put your name on the back, and then you're going to flip it over to the front where it's just plain white. You can do it side-to-side landscape style, or you can do it up and down portrait style. It does not matter. It's your choice. You're going to choose from different squares that are all primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, and rectangles. And before you glue them down, I want you to place them on your paper where you want them. In case you don't like the way that they're organized on your paper, that way you can always just move them around before you glue them. Now, notice how I'm leaving some white space in between them, just like Piet Mondrian does. He leaves a lot of white space. We're going to add our black lines after we get done gluing this with some paint. But the first thing I want to do is kind of arrange them where I like them. See how I'm kind of moving them around? I don't really like where I had them. So I'm going to kind of move them around into a spot where I like my different shapes to be. Maybe kind of mix up the red, yellow, and blue a little bit so it's not all one color. Let me get a few more shapes here because I want to make sure I have lots of beautiful color to my picture along with my white space. So I think I kind of like it like that. Let me see if I can get another piece on here. All right, once you've figured out where you want them, you're going to get a glue stick. Don't put your glue up too high. You want it up just a little bit. If you put it up too high, it's going to smash your glue all over the place. You're going to want to get glue all over the back of your shapes. And see how I'm picking up one at a time and adding the glue so that I don't mess up where my shapes are where I want them. So I'm just going to pick up each shape one at a time, add glue all over the back, and then put them down. Now sometimes some of your shapes don't glue down all the way. See how that one, I just lifted it up and added a little bit more glue because I noticed that it was lifting off the paper. You want it to be glued down pretty good. So if it's starting to lift off the paper, you may need to lift a corner a little bit like that and add a little bit more glue. So once I get all my shapes glued down really good, then I'm going to be able to use my paint to add my black lines. When you use your paint, we're going to use a little piece of cardboard, like a rectangular piece of cardboard, and black paint. Now, do you want to use the side of the cardboard to make your lines? Don't use the flat side. You want to use the small skinny side and get all of that side covered in black paint. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use that just to make lines. So I'm just going to press down, kind of make a little print, and just press down with my cardboard to add my lines. Now I'm not going to just go crazy and add lines everywhere. I'm going to think about where I want my lines, how long I want them, and then I'm going to just kind of dip it back into the paint and make my lines. Now if you don't get enough paint on the side of it, it might leave like some little gaps in your paint. So you want to make sure you get the whole side covered in paint pretty good, and then just stamp it where you want it. So maybe add another line here, and possibly one maybe right here. There we go. And let me see, maybe one more right there. I don't want too many lines. I just want to make it kind of look in the style of Piet Mondrian. So when you're done, your picture should look somewhat like this with your white space, your shapes, and your lines. I can't wait to see what you guys do.